I'm going to be spending a few moments on here. I'm giving a few moments for some people to jump on and join me here. I want to share something tonight. I want to expose something tonight. I want to release something. Only going to be on here for just a few moments, but all this this month we are talking about mental wealth. Here at Getting Clear, it is Mental Wealth Month for us, and yeah, so I'm going to be talking about something here that I want to express and want to share with you. If you know someone who's struggling or who needs some encouragement, if you know someone who's still trying to figure their life out in this season that we are in right now, tag them, jump on them, tell them to spend just a few moments. I'm going to really hone in on something. Like I said, I'm going to release something, I'm going to share something, and I'm going to express something here that I believe is a divine strategy and a solution for this moment. Do you know that we carry the solutions, you and I carry the solutions that are necessary for problems, for things that are going on in our world right now? Yeah, that's right. I know you've been waiting for someone else to fix the problems, but guess what? It's up to you and I to fix these problems. All right, I'm going to wait just a couple of more minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and start, because whether you're on here live with me or not, you will be able to view this, and you will certainly be able to share it with someone else. So again, this is Tim Jones of Ask Pastor Tim, of Getting Clear with Tim Jones. I'm going to invite you to follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, Getting Clear with Tim Jones. In fact, go over to Getting Clear with Tim Jones. You can find all of our Ask Pastor Tim episodes there. You can edit them and audit them, not edit them, but you can audit them. Episodes that you may have missed or came in on at the end of it or something like that. Go back, listen, and hear what we're talking about, and how we are addressing some of the issues, some of the things that are happening in our world that affect you and I. So again, we're talking about mental wealth. All right, so if you have heard any of my previous broadcasts on Ask Pastor Tim, we talked about mental wealth. Last week we talked about mental wealth and what it is, and we put forth the acronym for wealth to be words that effectively aid long-term health. Words that effectively aid long-term health. And it sounds catchy, right? It almost sounds gimmicky a little bit, but let me tell you something, that there's nothing gimmicky about it. It is foundational truth that is supported by a huge amount of resources, including the Bible, the Holy Bible, the basic instructions before leaving earth. You've heard that acronym for the Bible before. Well, it's a pretty good one. And everything that we do is supported by scripture, foundational truths, and wisdom and knowledge and understanding. Wisdom of the ages, wisdom that comes from heaven. That's the only kind of wisdom we want to operate by. We don't want to operate by man's wisdom, because man's wisdom can leave us hanging and leave us high and dry. No, we want the wisdom of the ages, the wisdom of the Creator. And so words that effectively aid long-term health, mental wealth. In this hour, I believe it is important, it is vital for each of us to develop our ability to maintain, support, and even protect our mental and emotional state of being. Come on, I'm going to give some statistics here in just a moment, just to give an idea so you can see. You know it already, but so you can hear it and so you can see it. You know, sometimes if something is out of sight, we don't really put our minds on it, but when we hear it, when we see it, it reminds us of the issues or of the problem or what we need to do, or even that we need to do something, even if it's pray. We're reminded of it. And so I'm going to share that with you here in just a moment. But before I do that, I want to share a poem from A Dreamer's Diary, a masterpiece from A Dreamer's Diary. If you follow me and you've seen any of my Ask Pastor Tim episodes, I always try and start with a piece, a masterpiece from A Dreamer's Diary. A Dreamer's Diary, by the way, is a book I wrote back in, I first wrote it in 1998, and then we revised and republished it in 2008, and I'm getting ready to republish it again because it's just timeless, right? But I want you to listen to this piece from A Dreamer's Diary. And by the way, this can be found on Amazon.com. This particular piece is called The Contract. Listen to this, and this is going to lead into what I want to share here in these just precious few moments that I have with you. The Contract. There was a contract out on my life, a design to get rid of me. The enemy of my soul desired to sift me out like wheat. He sought to change the course of destiny by having me abort my purpose. He planned to drain me of my substance and deplete my life surplus. He intended to rob me of my inheritance and dislocate me from my legacy. He thought he could strip me of my existence and disconnect me from my family. As soon as I found out about this contract, I immediately and strategically began to decommission the lies and accusations that were cleverly written therein. I began to structure my own contract based on the promises of the true and living God, the one who made me and planned for me according to his covenant of love. I decided to come into agreement with the good things already prepared for me. I chose to take a stand against all manner of negativity. I started to proclaim and declare some things to come to pass in my life. I began to operate in confidence, walking by faith and not by sight. I realized the awesome power that had been placed at my disposal. I stepped into the greatness that revealed all that was possible. And now I walk in that greatness each day I'm allowed to live. My creative imagination leads me into everything I was destined to have. My friends, can I say to you that there's a contract out on your life too? A plan to get rid of you, a plan to have you abort your purpose, a plan to cause you to self-implode so that you don't accomplish what you were sent here to accomplish, so that you don't become what you were sent here to be, to become. There's a plan. There's an enemy of your soul that does not want you to manifest your greatness. And if you don't have a system of resilience built into you, built into your mind, your will, and your emotions, then it becomes very difficult for you to stand. It becomes very difficult for you to maintain. It becomes very difficult to navigate, treacherous and rough waters. We're in treacherous and rough waters right now. If you look at the statistics, and this is, this was actually right after 2020, right after the pandemic. But some of these statistics were the same, or they were a little lower before pre-pandemic, and after pandemic it has increased, which gives rise to, or gives explanation to what I talk about when I'm talking about pandemic fever. I describe pandemic fever as the increase in fear, doubt, confusion, and uncertainty. That's pandemic fever, and that's what has been left in the earth since 2020. So this increase in fear, doubt, confusion, and uncertainty has served to really bring the mental illness statistics up, and to take the morale, the overall morale and hope of people down. People have less hope today than they had pre-2020 because of this increase in fear, doubt, confusion, and uncertainty. Oh, but don't you fret, because there is a solution. In fact, there are solutions. There are things that we can, there are things that we should, there are things that we were designed to do in the earth to help fix or to help solve the problems that we have. Many of you are carrying solutions to some of the problems that exist in the world today. I carry a solution. I'm aware of the solution that I carry. And a part of me being on here tonight and spending just a few moments with you is a part of that solution. Okay? Listen to this though. Crazy statistics, right? 12.3 million adults had serious thoughts about suicide in 2021. Out of that 12.3 million, 3.5 million adults made suicide plans. Out of that 3.5 million, 1.7 million of the adults actually attempted suicide. 1.8 million of them made plans and attempted suicide. 266,000 adults, they didn't make any plans, but they did attempt suicide. These numbers are staggering, as they should be to you. And you got to know and understand that the numbers, statistics don't always reflect the true picture, doesn't always give a true picture of what's actually going on and what's actually happening. So it's safe to say that, the numbers are greater even than that, because we know there's a group of people that's polled and it's representative of a larger number of people, but we also know that those numbers don't really capture what's really happening out there. People are without hope. People are frustrated. People are disappointed. People are scared. People are confused. People are uncertain about their future. But guess what? When you were born, the plan was for you to succeed, not fail. The plan was for you to absolutely be a smashing success in the earth. You were sent here to do something marvelous, magnificent in the earth. And you still have the potential to do that. In fact, you may be in even a better situation to do it now, even though you don't feel like it. Even though you may feel like, man, I am really struggling right now. You still have the same potential that you came here with. And that potential is not just the capacity to do something. It is the capacity to do what you were sent here to do. And so the capacity to do what you were sent here to do is a little different from just the capacity to do something. Because the capacity to do something is almost optional. Well, you can choose to do it or you can choose not to do it. But the capacity to do what you were sent here to do carries a little more weight. Can I use this word? Responsibility. Because if you were sent here to do something, then that means that you are responsible for doing it. And can I say to you that the fulfillment of your life, your life's meaning, is tied into, intricately connected to why you were sent here, why you came, why you showed up on the earth, why you and I are even here in this moment right now? Can I suggest to you that the reason you are here in this moment right now because you have something that this moment needs? So I want to encourage you as we talk about mental wealth over the next few weeks, and we're going to continue to talk about it, but we're just really emphasizing it this month. Can I encourage you to begin to be mindful of the words that you are using. Begin to look up some of the words that you use. I know you know what they mean, and I'm not trying to insult your intelligence. What I'm trying to do is help you to learn how to multiply your intelligence. You can multiply your intelligence? Yes, you can multiply your intelligence. And you don't have to go to university to do it. You have to pay attention and be aware. Okay? Don't just accept everything and anything. In fact, guard your gates. Guard what's coming into your heart. Guard what's coming into your mind. And certainly, guard what comes out of your mouth, in particular as it concerns what you think and how you feel about yourself, first and foremost, because it begins to affect what you think and how you feel about others, and consequently what you think and how you feel about life. And one of the reasons why the suicide rate is so high is because people's thoughts about themselves, about others, and about life, they do not support or aid long-term health. And when your thoughts don't aid long-term health, your words won't aid long-term health. And it will lead to thoughts of suicide, thoughts of giving up, right? Even if you don't have any thoughts of suicide, which is, that's like the nth degree, but come on, we all have had thoughts of giving up. Not giving up on life so much, but giving up on the dream, or giving up on trying to do something, or trying to accomplish something, or giving up on a goal, or just giving up, right? No. Every obstacle that we face, that you and I face, is designed to prove what's on the inside of us. It's not designed to take us out. It's designed to build us up. And when we have an awareness of that, then we're able to begin to look for solutions. Do you know that you have the ability to overcome any obstacle, endure any struggle, and outlast any trouble that gets in the way of your purpose? Do you realize that? And I can throw a lot of scripture at you, right, to support that. But I'm just going to say this to you. Begin to be aware. Begin to be mindful, right? Pay attention to your environment. Pay attention. If you struggle with things like anxiety and depression, pay attention to your triggers, right? Don't fear them. Study them, right? Do you know when you begin to study something, it will reveal its nature to you? It will reveal its secrets to you? Study those things that may have been obstacles or struggles for you, and become wise become knowledgeable in them. And perhaps they may not be so much of a struggle, because we tend to lean towards mastering those things that we understand rather than being victims of the things that we fear. So I wanted to just share that with you and encourage you this month as we are talking about mental wealth, words that effectively aid long-term health, words that are in alignment with your true power, who you really are, your original design. Many of you have heard me talk about original design a lot. Listen, if you begin to come into alignment, bring your mind, your will, and your emotions into alignment with your original design, first thing it's going to do is it's going to change your language. It will change what you're saying to and about yourself, right? And then it will begin to shift your outlook, right? And it will cause you to now see your obstacles as opportunities rather than seeing them as something that's stopping or hindering you. So that's my encouragement for you. I hope that that helps. Listen, I am here as a resource. All right. I have an online platform called Get Clear Institute. Okay, we have resources there. Some of them are free, some of them you pay for, but they all are there and designed to help you get a clear picture of why you are here in the earth and what it is that you can do to make not just your life better, but make the world better. How about that? You are here to make the world better. You can embrace that, or you can just pass it off as just something, some motivational thing that someone says to you. Or you can embrace the truth that's in it. I want to encourage you to embrace the truth that's in it. We often quote this scripture from Isaiah 55:11, that the word of the Lord cannot come back to him void. Can I say to you, you are a word that was spoken out of God's mouth, and you are not designed to come back void. You're designed to finish, to accomplish what you were sent here to finish and to accomplish. So again, I just wanted to spend a few moments on here with you. And if you didn't catch it live, when you see it, watch it, share it, especially with someone that you know is struggling or having difficulty in this moment, in this time, with just normal everyday things. Okay, or someone who's struggling with got some major issues. At the end of the day, regardless of what problems you have, remember, I call this the human potential factor. That every human being has the innate ability to overcome any obstacle, endure any struggle, and outlast any trouble that gets in the way of their purpose. That includes you, my friend. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off from here now. And as I always do, I want to encourage you to live full so that you can die empty. Make sure that you are finished when you finish. Thank you so much for taking a moment to speak with me, to listen to me, and allow me to share with you. And we'll see you next time.